Today we will be showing how C2C Smart Compliance's Compliance Mapper application is integrated with IBM's OpenPages Enterprise GRC platform. The solution provides more efficient and effective regulatory compliance and change management, or RCM for short. With the integrated RCM solution, Compliance Mapper can transfer content to OpenPages using an API. This allows organizations to build custom regulatory libraries, receive alerts and library updates when regulations or standards change, and manage the changes in OpenPages. In this video, we will show transfer of regulations from Compliance Mapper to OpenPages. The regulatory library created by Compliance Mapper in OpenPages. Mappings and associations between policies and requirements. And transfer of alerts and updates from Compliance Mapper to OpenPages. Here we have a sample privacy regulatory library in Compliance Mapper. It includes U.S. federal and state privacy laws and regulations, as well as some international privacy acts. Today we will focus on the U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau Privacy Regulation P, which was revised on October 28, 2014. Within the regulation, the metadata for Regulation P is shown in the pane to the right. Links showing relationships are shown in the links box. We will pay particular attention to Section 1016.9 (c), where the CFPB, modified when an organization can reasonably expect that its customer receive actual notice of the organization's annual privacy notice. Using this simple interface, Compliance Mapper will transfer Privacy Regulation P to OpenPages and create appropriate mandate, submandate and requirement objects. Now we will take a look at the regulatory library in OpenPages, using the Mandate Overview. A number of privacy regulations have already been transferred into this OpenPages library. Here we have some regulations from California and Canada, as well as CFPB, Regulation P, which we just transferred. We can expand the regulation to show the sub-mandates and requirements under this regulatory mandate. The appendix to Privacy Regulation P includes attached model privacy forms in PDF format that were transferred from Compliance Mapper to OpenPages with the regulation. We can download and view the model privacy form. Now let's look at the requirement in Regulation P, Section 1016.9 (c), that we previously showed in Compliance Mapper. We can open the requirement to see what the CFPB regulation said regarding reasonable expectation of actual notice before it was revised on October 28, 2014. In Compliance Mapper, mappings can be used to show relationships between regulatory requirements and an organization's policies, controls, or business units. Understanding these relationships is a cornerstone to any regulatory compliance program. The L icon on the screen shows that links, or mappings, have been created for this regulation. Controls can also be linked to requirements. For example, Section 1016.4 (a) includes a link to Privacy Policy Control 18.1.4.1 regarding privacy notices. These links are transferred by Compliance Mapper when objects are created in OpenPages. The policy overview in OpenPages shows a number of policies that have been transferred from Compliance Mapper to OpenPages. Here is the organization's privacy policy, which was previously transferred from Compliance Mapper. In the general fields, we can view the contents of the privacy policy. In the pane to the left, OpenPages shows that an association has been created between the organization's privacy policy and the mandate, Privacy Regulation P. The mappings and associations can be used to show both compliance and compliance gaps of an organization. We can also look at the control associated with Section 1016.4a. Here are the control details. Now we will show the update and alert process, and how organizations can manage regulatory changes more efficiently and effectively using the Compliance Mapper OpenPages RCM solution. Compliance Mapper is used to monitor the Federal Register and other official notice publications. A change to the CFPB privacy regulation we are considering was published on October 28, 2014. As you can see, the reasonable expectation of notice provision in Section 1016.9c has been changed. Now we will utilize the change management capabilities in Compliance Mapper to create a regulatory change object in OpenPages, and update the OP regulatory library. After creating the change record, we can save and review the change. The comparison report screen is used to create a change report. The change report shows changes to Privacy Regulation P. In the Scope section, some errors in the original regulation were corrected. Here we can see the changes to the reasonable expectations provisions in Section 1016.9c. The report is a powerful tool in managing regulatory changes. Now we will update the regulatory change record to include the change report. Mappings for sections of the regulation that were modified by the CFPB are shown in the Impact section of the change report. Other impacts can also be added. The change record and report have been added to the change management system and related to CFPB Privacy Regulation P. Let's look at how Compliance Mapper can send an alert and update for Regulation P to OpenPages. The export process is simple, just click on the Export button. After the export is complete, we can look at the alert and update to Regulation P in OpenPages. The newly created regulatory change appears on the OpenPages homepage, which consolidates all of the user's current work tasks. Details for regulatory change are provided, including mappings, which are shown in the impact analysis. The change report is also included with the alert sent by Compliance Mapper to OpenPages. The report can be accessed from the regulatory change record. We can also look at the reasonable expectation provision in Regulation P that we were tracking. Section 1016.9c has now been updated in OpenPages with the most current requirement. As demonstrated by this change to CFPB Privacy Policy, Regulation P, users of the integrated RCM solution receive alerts with actionable information that can be used to manage the regulatory change. Further, Compliance Mapper updates the OpenPages regulatory library, providing users with assurances that they are accessing up-to-date information. In this video, we showed how the Compliance Mapper OpenPages integrated RCM solution can bring efficiency and agility to an organization's compliance program. We also showed that, using the integrated solution, RCM is far more effective because an organization can build and maintain an up-to-date regulatory library, and receive alerts with impact assessments when regulations change. The integrated solution adds efficiency, agility, and effectiveness to an organization's RCM program by providing capabilities to create a custom regulatory library in Compliance Mapper that can be easily transferred to OpenPages. Utilize mappings and associations between policies and requirements to show relationship between regulatory requirements and an organization. And send alerts and updates from Compliance Mapper to OpenPages, including impact analysis providing actionable information regarding a regulatory change. Please feel free to contact us if you would like further information about how the integrated Compliance Mapper OpenPages solution can improve your organization's RCM program.